All right, let's talk about Andrew Tate. Here we go. I was trying to decide what I was going to get up. Let's talk about Andrew Tate. I mean, it's really not looking good for his situation. It's really not, like, and like across the web, like a lot of his fans are like literally comparing him to Jeffrey Epstein, which is absolutely hilarious. Just that by itself, it's like you're comparing Andrew and Tristan Tate to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, who both of whom, mind you, didn't get away with sex trafficking. Jeffrey Epstein died in prison, and Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison now. Neither one of them got away with it. So it's like, oh, well, the people in high society, they get to do it. Like, not really. I mean, like, motherfuckers is backed into a corner and they really caught. You know what I'm saying? Again, Epstein didn't get away with it. Maxwell ain't get away with it. They were the traffickers. They weren't like just the people who purchased it or took part of it. They did the pimping. They had the ring going themselves, which is again what I appreciate you, Twin Dragon and Scott. Appreciate you for pulling up on me and JR in 40 minutes. It's gonna be a good show like always. But again, it's like these guys are literally caught, in jail for trafficking and pimping, and all the videos of him. But it's like literally, it's like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein. You're like, look, you're comparing this man to Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, so apparently he wrote like a poem or something. Andrew Tate moans about cockroaches and lice as disgraced influencer pins pathetic poem from hellhole jail. And again, it's like, even if he were to get out of this, like, where is he going to go from here? Except deeper into depravity. He wouldn't be able to consider. I mean, he's done. He's done. Like, like, come on. Nobody really fucks with him except very young people who will likely eventually look back and be like, oh man, I was into some crazy shit when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's read his poem. Look at that. That's a Romanian jail cell right there. Romanian prison. And likely if he never would have, because I mean, him becoming like a big internet celebrity made him more wealthy, but he was rich before he did all that bullshit. And really a lot of what got him caught up is his internet career, his influencer career. That's really what got all the attention and him caught up. If he wouldn't have did all that extra shit, he probably would have went on ahead and got away with it pretty quietly, at least for a longer amount of time. Okay, my first email from imprisonment. I will send you my daily lessons from unjust imprisonment. They are trying to break me. Thrown inside a cell without light, cockroaches, lice, and bed bugs are my only friends at night. When the guards bring me to and from the courtroom, I stay absolutely respectful. Even though he was clowning law enforcement all in your social media videos, he was clowning Romanian law enforcement, saying he could just bribe them and go and, just pay his way out of every situation, basically. So again, he did this to himself. They try to pour hatred into my heart, but please and thank you, stick with me at all times. My prison guards are just performing their job. They have families to feed. In times of hardship, do not forget your manners. They are trying to break my iron mind with unjust imprisonment. My absolute respect for everyone around me is my act of absolute rebellion. They cannot break me. My guards know I am innocent. They know it is unjust. They see I will never break and respect my resolve. Please and thank you, stick with me at all times, such as the way of Wudan. Okay. I mean, and it's just like, if you get it, regardless, his real place in the world is like, his brand is trash forever. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, there's just not, like, so like I said, if he gets out of prison, his brand is trash, and it's really not, ain't nobody gonna fuck with him who about something. And then if he has to be in jail for what, 10, 15 years or whatever, like, okay, he'll be in jail. And then when he gets out, ain't nobody gonna be thinking about Andrew Tate. So again, he got himself into this position, and exactly like you said, Lady Entry, ego is absolutely a hell of a drug because and again, it's not like he pushed boundaries. He went miles beyond the boundaries. Like he did too much, and even admitted it himself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like he knows this. He doesn't not know this. He's even said it himself. Like I did too much. That's why I got banned. But that's the brand he made for himself. So what more could he do? So that's why you really got to be careful about how you put yourself out there, because once you, right, exactly. He got main character complex like a motherfucker, but again, that's why it's really important for, again, how you put yourself out there. Now that doesn't mean you have to be like all like suit and booted professional and corporate and shit, but you want to have integrity. If I've come to find, as long as you have integrity and do right by people, then shit really ain't that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like people's complaints about you really don't matter. People's complaints about me have always been and will continue to be, things like he's brash, he's cocky, maybe at this point, that's probably a bit it. Like, oh, he's really full of himself. But, you're not going to hear people say stuff about me like, oh, he abuses me, or he used to abuse me, or he ripped me off, or he scams people. Like, you're not going to hear shit like that about me. So, again, if it's like, if someone truly dislikes me because of like my personality, like, that's okay. And it also doesn't hurt me because, again, I'm not out here hurting people. But Andrew Tate, that's not the case for him. He was definitely out here hurting people. And even with the allegations of sex trafficking aside, just what he was doing in terms of his messaging, his platform, all of it was just a bunch of negative nonsense. So, Yep. Integrity. Again, as long as you got integrity. And again, like it's hard to really dislike someone who has integrity and who does right by people. You might be picky about their personality about certain types of stuff, but but that's not what we're talking about.